Okay, so tomorrow is our monthly buyout. We're expecting 30 plus horses. We're really excited to get these horses out of the slaughter pipeline. As you guys know, a lot of them come in really horrible condition, and we're able to alleviate that suffering for them in one way or another. Hopefully we'll have a lot of really great horses that we can get through our adoption program tomorrow, but we can't do any of that without donations. We really heavily rely, and we are really thankful for all the donations that do come in. That helps us to be able to do what we need to do for these horses.
So there's donation links in the description of this video. Yay. So go ahead and go click them. And yeah, we're very busy. We're excited about this.
Yeah, our primary mission here at Horse Plus is to save as many horses as possible from slaughter. And I've had a lot of conversations with people in my life who are like, well, what's the difference between having to euthanize an animal there? Because if you've watched our intake videos, last month was really, really heartbreaking. A lot of the animals that we get need to have the last act of kindness. The big difference for us is we're able to provide appropriate medical care, pain medication, actual diagnostics, and then allow those animals to pass in a manner that maintains comfort and dignity. So they know love and they get treats in the end, and we try to save every horse that we possibly can. Sometimes we try to save them for weeks to months, and then that outcome is hard, but sometimes we do get animals through to adoption. So when you're supporting our buyout days, you are ensuring that every animal that comes here at Horse Plus has appropriate medical care immediately, as quickly as we can get hands on those animals, and that you're alleviating suffering. Sometimes for weeks longer. A lot of these animals come in with 3 or more auction tags on, and some of them have a broken leg or sepsis, or they're completely blind, and so picturing those animals trying to navigate a really horrific slaughter auction system, and then getting stuck in a truck and driven for days and days, often with no brakes or food or water, and then dying in a really unethical manner is heartbreaking. So even though our job is really hard and buyout days are tough days for us, having to make a lot of hard calls, they're also very rewarding because we're alleviating a lot of suffering. So thank you for making donations. We literally could not do our jobs without you guys. Horse Plus relies on donors, and even small amounts help us do our job. So thank you for your support.
It all adds up, and we see a lot of suffering, but like those horses without us, what would happen to them? Yeah. And I think a lot of it goes to, and I'm back here behind the camera filming. A lot of it is you have these older horses that their owners should have made that decision, and instead they went to auction, and then we find them after they've bounced around for a while, and that's really hard. But the good stories are when they're able to come out of quarantine. We have horses coming out of quarantine today. Yeah. So that is really exciting. And then our quarantine facility will be ready.
Yep.
For them. Yeah. And then we raised the money for the quarantine expansion. So what do you think about that?
That's exciting!
Oh, we did?
We did.
Oh, I didn't know that. Scary.
I didn't either. That's really exciting.
I was on vacation last week. What we currently have going on our intake days, and if you watch our video, you'll see it. We have kind of a bottleneck situation in our design, so it's difficult to access horses that need the most critical care immediately. Sometimes they're unhandled, and we have to watch an animal that comes off limping, and it takes us an hour or two before we can access those animals. So our new quarantine intake facility design is going to enable us to access those most critical animals more quickly, which I'm really excited about. Our lighting in our current quarantine facility is not great, and so sometimes we're trying to finish physical exams with flashlights and headlamps and stuff, and especially in winter. I'm also very not cold hardy at all, so if you watch some of the winter videos, I have 85 layers on and I'm shivering. So that is not as important though as these animals that have had really, really heartbreaking conditions. We want them to come to Horse Plus and immediately know that they're safe and have their needs met. Hay and water, but also a safe place where the acoustics are comfortable and the environment enables them to relax. Is really important, and I think they know that we're trying to help them, but the more the environment and the facilities design can help them be calm, the more efficiently and the more safely our team can do our job. So I'm so excited. And there's going to be a bathroom bathroom. We have a porta potty, which is great. But yeah, we're excited. We feel very, and we're gonna have a surgery room in that space. So right now, what we have to do is bring critical horses that need surgery down to our vet hospital, which is fine. However, those are animals with no medical history, and sometimes we have animals that have really severe respiratory disease, or we've had cases with MRSA, methicillin resistant staph, and so having a surgery room up there will let us do those surgeries. We did a bunch of castrations in the field, which horse vets do all the time, in this last group to get them castrated before they come out of quarantine. But it'll be really nice to have a climate controlled rubber floor area to do surgeries up in quarantine, as well as down here in our main hospital.
Well, it's coming. We just got to build it.
Yay!
But for this group today, we're looking at 30 horses, and we'll see how it goes. But your donations and your support are what makes this happen. So please click those donation buttons. And again, thank you so much. And watch for the almost live intake. And once we get the new building, it's going to be so much better for that. But one thing, Dr. Lydia said that she can't handle the cold. I don't like the cold either. And if horses feel like they can hear our hearts beating from 6 feet away or something that. If they can tell that the humans are not doing well, they're going to be like, something's wrong. So if we can keep our whole entire staff comfortable with the horses, it will be better for everyone. So thank you so much for just taking the time to support us and the work we do, and follow along for tomorrow. It's going to be exciting, and your support helps make that happen. So thank you.
Thank you.